2017. Do want to read off a quick $600 anonymous donation. Thank you so much for that. And they just say, killing the animals looks too far ahead. Let's tighten that lead a bit and see if we can make an actual proper race. I feel you, Anonymous. All right, guys, I've had fun hanging out with you, but now I'm going to throw it over to Edo Bean, and she's going to take you through the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Edo Bean. I'm going to be your host today for the lovely Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix by Bloody Biscuits. I cannot wait. Just so that you guys know, we still have the bid going up for the Kingdom Hearts songs, for our Disney songs that we will be singing. So just keep on donating. If you want them to win, it'll be the top 5. Right now, Mulan, I'll Make a Man Out of You is winning. We have Little Mermaid, Part of Your World in second. Beauty and the Beast with Gaston. And we have Aladdin, A Whole New World, and Aladdin, Friend Like Me. So if you want Hercules, Go the Distance, or Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, or I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules, Bare Necessities from Jungle Book, or Reflection from Mulan, if you want those to get into those top 5, go ahead and donate now. Also, don't forget, guys, we are still trying to reach our bit incentive for Majora's Mask blindfolded. Fight Majora blindfolded? That sounds insane. So we are accepting bits. And right now we are at, we are a lot right now. We're at 1,405,646. But we need 5 million. We can make it happen, right? I hope so. I think we can make it happen. So let's do that. We have a $10 donation from Animal Blue that says, hello everyone, first time donating and long time viewer. Finally got my first job, and what better way to spend part of my salary than on my favorite game of all time. Put this towards the Disney song Gaston, because no one's slick like Gaston. Teji donates $250 saying, donating because Cover Muffin is amazing. I want him to be my best friend. Shout out to whoever made the GDQ song. Please upload it onto YouTube. Yes, please do so. I would love to hear it again. Anonymous donation of $5 saying, donated I have. Reading like Yoda you have to do. May the RNG be with you. Thank you, Wildfire, for your $10 donation. I always donate during the Star Wars games because I want to force my bad jokes on you. Thank you for all your hard work at SGDQ. This is my donation for this year. Thank you so much, Wildfire. I appreciate it. And then just for those that were wondering about the later games that are coming up, we have met our incentives for the Kingdom Hearts. So we will be seeing that Sephiroth fight. We will be seeing the Terra Lingering Will. And we'll also be doing the third bonus game as well. Once again, you can still donate during for the Disney songs, as they will be throughout the run. So keep on donating if you want it to be met. Also, we also have an incentive that has yet to reach its met. It's for Final Fantasy VII, Omni/Sephiroth. Come on, guys. We want to end We want to end our run in style, but we need $20,000. And right now, we're only at 4,201. So if you really, really want to see Cloud beat up Sephiroth in the most stylish, longest fashion ever, please donate for that incentive. $50 from Anonymous that says, looking forward to watching the Final Fantasy VII run, hoping to see the end before I need to run a 5K. Oh, wow. Props to you. All right, and I think we are ready for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Take it away.
Awesome. All right, thank you guys. So, this is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on the 2.5 PS4 version. I want to go just over some quick introductions. I'm Bloody Biscuits. You guys can introduce yourselves.
I'm Midax.
J Hobbs.
I'm Spike Vegeta.
Yeah, this is Kingdom Hearts. We're going to be playing on critical mode, and we have a timer ready. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it.
This guy runs this game every day.
Yes.
He forgot where the timer starts.
There's a rumble pack. So
This is going to be a great run, trust me.
So right off the bat, you could probably tell it by looking at the screen right there. Critical mode is just the highest difficulty. There's the original Kingdom Hearts 2. You might have played it for the PlayStation 2. That has just 3 difficulties: beginner, standard, and proud. As you go up in difficulty, stuff does more damage to you. You do less damage. Critical mode is actually an exclusive difficulty to the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix version. You can kind of think of Final Mix as almost like the director's cut version. That was originally a Japanese exclusive, but when they brought the HD ports over for PS3 and PS4, now they're available to everyone.
Yeah, and he's playing on PS4, which means that we're going to be talking really fast because all the loads are gone.
Yeah, they sucked all of the loads out of these games, so it's really good. So he's attacking it, Cypher right here, in a very specific set of hits to actually manipulate RNG for 2 dusks.
We are doing RNG manipulation this early in the run, yes.
So, you'll see it coming up here for the first dusk. Basically, there's no way to actually kill the dusk with this foam bat that we have, the struggle bats. So we either want to die quickly, which we're going to prefer to do, or just deal enough hits and it kind of ends the fight. So he's just going to run into the cage over here.
This is a death abuse. It's just, there are a lot of points in the game where the game will just let you get to really low health, and then you can just continue the story. And that's much faster, especially on critical mode, because on critical mode, we're going to be taking a lot more damage than normal. Yeah, dude, a dusk. We did it.
So if you're completely unfamiliar with this game, it's an action RPG, and the kind of important things to note about your UI and how the game kind of works is that in the bottom left corner, you see that menu there. Right now it just says attack and question mark, question mark, question mark. But we'll be unlocking new abilities and new magic and stuff like that he'll be menuing with the D-pad in that bottom left corner. So we'll talk about each as they come up.
Right here on day 2 of this little Roxas section, the character we're playing as, we need to complete one of these missions, and it'll let you go on. This is the fastest one. Do we have a 6? Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Pretty good.
They actually made that harder in the PS4 version.
And just a tad.
There's little pieces of tech to it. It's not super applicable, but to the rest of the game. But yeah, there's lots of like jumping to reduce lag for when you land on the ground and such.
A lot of people might not know that you only have to do one job to get past this day.
Yeah.
Some people might have been like stuck here for hours doing it like 30 times in a row to like farm money for the extra AP, but we only have to do it once to get through the day.
Yeah, and kind of our main point right here, we're actually not playing as the main character, we're playing as Roxas instead.
Your boy Roxas.
And we just kind of have to do a lot of these basic mission things as the game is trying to tell us something's going on, something weird is happening, and eventually we'll be out of this area and move on to our main character.
So this Dusk is also manipulated right there, so he knew what pattern he was going to give him. He knew what he had to do to get the certain amount of hits. Kind of imagine like it's got a health bar, you just don't see it and you're not actually dealing damage.
Picking up a shield here, this is going to kind of change his ability route later on. The order in which he gets the abilities as he levels up, and that's what's most important, as well as a little bit of extra defense.
Right here, so generally you don't want to hit one of these Dusks, these basic enemies, with a finisher unless you know it's going to kill, because that's going to knock them far away, as opposed to just hitting them with a couple of air hits, landing to end the animation and reset your combo, and then jumping and going again.
Now we're walking up to kind of our first boss, Twilight Thorn.
Exclusive to critical mode right here. He switched some camera stuff, but boom, got all those. One thing to note real quick, the menus in this game are delicious to do fast.
Yes.
They're very quick, they respond very well, you can buffer stuff. They're some of the best menus in RPG speedrunning in my opinion.
Yeah.
But all those abilities you just got, those are exclusive to critical mode. Critical mode is an interesting difficulty in that a lot of things can 2, 3-shot you, even 1-shot you all over the place, but you actually do more damage than you do on standard and proud, the second and third difficulties. Beginner out-damages you a little bit, but not by much. They're almost the same length in terms of a full run, both just under 3 hours in the world record.
Yeah, it's actually insane how close it's been, and the record for those have gone back and forth constantly on which version's actually faster.
And a lot of what allows critical mode to catch up to beginner is because of those exclusive abilities it just gave you. A big one, the major one, is that they gave you finishing plus. So normally, like right now, you see he's got this 3-hit combo, 1, 2, and then the third is the finisher. Now he's actually gonna have a 4-hit combo, and the third and fourth hits are both going to deal critical, or
Can I get some
finisher
Goofer
damage.
Z in chat, please?
What a baller.
That's the face of true perfection.
He literally just had to wait there. This is your tutorial boss. It's
Yeah.
teaching you about these things called reaction commands. What a reaction command is when a triangle shows up in the bottom left corner, like now, and you can actually use it in order to do some kind of effect or affect the boss in some way. And it also happens with a lot of regular enemies as well. We'll be seeing them throughout the entire run.
All right, Bloody, I believe in the 4 combo.
Yeah, it's easy.
So Roxas, it definitely got better in the PS4 version, so that's good. That he knows he got kind of the maximum amount of damage he could output there. Now he's going to get in 1 combo here, with adding in that finishing plus. Now he's moving around to this corner because you see those creepers on the floor.
There we go.
He just knocked them away on that combo.
These vines will damage him, so he has to back away from them after each time. Audio cue for those creepers to land, so he dodges them as well. Now he should be pretty good on this fight.
Should be right here. Hell yeah.
So yeah, the main goal is to stay real close to his face. Typically, he shoots vines at you if you're at a very far distance, but if you're right up in his face, there's a safe zone where he just doesn't shoot vines. So that's the optimal way to go about it.
Yeah. I'm going to say right off the bat, just with like all these fights, in addition to trying to not die, he's equipping guard right there. He'll be using that. Well, actually not in the, you'll see it later on. All throughout this game, there's so many little minute details to like even, you don't just want to generally go in front of the face. You wanted to be kind of at that corner to make sure on his big finisher, he was going to hit both of the creepers and set the fight up correctly.
Now we have to do a series of struggle fights, and these are pretty obnoxious. Luckily, Crit has that finishing plus and an ability called Draw to help him out with it. Draw helps pick up items on the screen from
nice
further
move.
away.
Yeah, good stuff.
Got a very nice job with Hainer there, and he's going to be coming up to the next struggle fight, Vivi, which is has a pretty nice strat, but is notoriously like difficult to learn for
Bloody,
beginners.
you developed this strat?
Yeah, there's
or-
a little bit of a newer strat. Hopefully I nail it here.
So the kind of thing to notice with this is that he's not always finishing his combo. You know, he's not just mashing X to win, right? He's actually specifically stopping a lot of his combos here because we know when Vivi will retaliate. The damage he took there was intentional, but he had to get back onto the ground very quickly,
There we
and he
go.
finishes the fight
Yeah.
almost instantly.
that was-
Those are real good struggles. I'm pretty happy with that.
So now we take a break from struggles. We got 2 fights here. To note, if he dies to either one of these fights, he'll have to go back to before Vivi because it sends you back to the last time you're able to like basically get into your menu. Dusks suck. This is a notoriously just kind of trashy fight. He's going to try to utilize the reaction. That was really good, though. He's going to try to utilize the reaction command, the reversal, to sometimes swap around them and kind of keep them stunned. Axel needs to get off 6 combos here. Hobbs, take it away.
Yeah, so he's going to be hitting the first 2 as quickly as possible because they won't kind of add to his stagger count, which we'll get into later. He's going to be mashing out a guard there in order to avoid that retaliation that he knew was coming. 1 more combo,
Nice.
and there it is.
It looked like it was just kind of wailing on him, but that is a very specific combo with very specific timings that you have to do in order to prevent him from doing like a stronger move.
Yeah.
That wastes a lot of time.
It's also very easy to get to have your finishers completely miss Axel sometimes. You have to put all these delays everywhere, or even fast timing in certain spots. Why are we dying here, Dax?
This is hardly a game. Well, it's easier.
I'm really bad.
It's easier.
That's why.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Because, well, I mean, he's the hardest character to fight
Right.
in the game.
Yeah.
That is hopefully our last death of the run.
We also get a medal there that's going to give us 1 extra strength.
Yes. That normally he would give you a championship belt, which would give you a bunch of resistance, like to different elemental attacks. Now we don't need that. I actually want to get into this a little bit right here because I'm sure Edo's got like 1 million donations and such to read as we move up to a couple of sections here. As you guys know, there are Disney songs that will be sung during this. They'll be sung during each of the gummy missions. We're actually only taking the top 5 this year, so during the first 5 gummy missions. First one's coming up here in about maybe 15 minutes or so right now. So it's going to be whichever one has the most donations will be sung first, and then we'll go in descending order. So if you guys want to try to snipe that, get one of those like 6th, 7th, 8th place songs to get it up there. I want to see my boy Zem. He's got the 6th and 7th place songs right now. He could either do Go the Distance from Hercules or Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I know the internet loves that song, so try to get in those donations. They're all within like a couple $100 of one another.
Yep, and we'll, like Spike said, we'll be doing those for the first 5
Gummy
the
missions.
first 5 gummy missions.
All of them will happen within the first hour and a half of this run.
Right now, we're kind of in our little like mission area. What they call it is 7 wonders. There's 7 wonders of this town, and they need to go kind of examine each one because the kids are, I don't know, starting a detective agency or something.
They're just missing Scooby-Doo. Anyways, so these VVs, basically he just tried to pull them all to the center of the arena, those initial 3, because after that the spawns are random. But if generally you're in the center, you have a little bit easier time to kind of pick them off as you choose. Coming up here, we've got Shadow Roxas this fight. Some specifics to understand about Roxas right off the bat. He equipped the medal right there, which again is going to give him that +1 strength. That's going to be equipped for the rest of the game. So it kind of shows you how important it was to just go ahead and lose that Setzer fight back there.
The medal's going to have an immediate effect on this fight right here, where we're going to be doing a little bit more damage.
Roxas's first 2 hits are interchangeable based on proximity to the enemy you're fighting. So there's both a lunge and there's an overhead swing. Just going for the man strats.
Those air combos are incredibly difficult.
Basically, the shorter or the smaller an enemy is, the harder it is to get off those constant air combos.
They made Roxas have kind of, I like to think it's intentional because otherwise, but
Yeah.
Roxas is kind of
Real baggy pants, man.
He's
You can't get up.
intentionally more clunky to use, so that way when we get Sora later, you feel instantly more powerful. And because of that, doing air combos with him especially is incredibly difficult to do.
So, anyways, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in because we've got, basically we're going to be doing this mini game, press triangle, you win, and then like you walk for a while. So Edo, crank out some donations.
No problem. We have a $10 donation from Earthbound Ian saying the
What up?
KH community has been like a family to me. I'm honored and blessed to be here in person and experience with it with the community. Love you, BB, and good luck and have fun, man.
Your boy Ian's actually on the couch back there cheering me on, so thank you, Ian. I really appreciate that.
Albert in his lap.
He has a sweet tattoo on his arm. If you guys didn't see it on Twitter, it was amazing. Amazing. We have a $15 donation from Daniel that says, I love Kingdom Hearts and I love Disney. I am in GDQ heaven. May the RNG gods be ever in your favor. Also, let's get Herc in the song mix. We can go the distance.
I heard Zem sing once. It was pretty cool. I'd like
He
to do. I like
was
to do that.
all right.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
almost
It's
as
not
good
like
as
he's
me.
a professionally trained opera singer or anything like that.
It's,
You're welcome, Zim. Oh, he's here? Did you sign my shirt?
His breathing patterns weren't too great, though.
No,
So
no.
Oh, I
there's
agree.
a lot of work on
Problems
there,
there,
but it's okay.
He'll work on that.
He'll get there.
He's a good boy.
We're moving on to the end of our 7th wonder here, which is just to go investigate this mansion, which the mansion seems a little bit weird. Might be coming back later. Kind of investigate a little bit more. Sure. For now, we're just going to watch a cutscene. And
How many times do we have to come back to this mansion? My goodness.
Yeah, let's get another donation out there.
We actually have a $500 donation from Avenger339 saying, "Hey, BB, when's the next plat run?"
Those are something. Hopefully the game doesn't crash, but yeah, sure.
All right, so we're being introduced to our second enemy of the game here. As soon as he finishes off the second dusk, it's going to be an assassin. Here it is. These assassins are pretty deadly. Again, we're on critical mode, and you haven't really seen him take any damage yet, but there are some things that'll one-shot him, as well as a lot of things that will two-shot him or three-shot him. So he has to actually make sure that he avoids that opening attack that the assassin gives and catches him in a combo quickly before he can get away.
Yeah, so a lot of it is about timing when your hit goes off, because a lot of them will have kind of a mechanic we just call super armor, where they'll take damage, but they won't actually stagger from anything. So we have to time stuff pretty specifically.
Yeah, super armor, brick wall. I like to call it brick wall.
Brick
but
wall,
yeah.
yeah. So we can actually fit in a few more donations while we're walking down here. There's not much downtime in this game, so we got to take it where we can get it.
No problem. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous that says, "Long-time watcher, first-time donator. Love the marathon every year, and this goes to Hellfire. By far the best Disney song."
I like how you gave a fist pump. You're like, I don't know what Hellfire
I
is.
don't. I want to hear it.
Yeah, I know. They were, oh,
Yeah.
Make it happen, please.
Now, I also want to just say real fast, I would love it. I know everybody out there has been donating so generously. I know a lot of you are watching. I would love it if we could hit $900,000 raised for Doctors Without Borders by the end of all the Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yeah.
So get on it, people.
yeah. We've never actually hit 1 million on Friday, the second to last day. I think it'd be cool if we hit 900,000 during this and then push for 1 million during the Mario relay. I know you guys can do it. Let's make it happen.
All right, so now we're investigating the mansion finally.
We are almost out of Rox's section, which is nice. This is just it's a pretty slower section. It's the well-known tutorial section, but yeah, we're just about done here.
So we got 2 waves of enemies here. We've got these 4 dusks. Again, he's going to be trying to angle his attacks to where he's hitting multiple dusks at once. Once he kills 3 of these dusks, it will spawn the second wave. So once that happens, he's going to want to kill one of these assassins, move over, time that.
Ooh, dusk
that
interrupted him
dusk,
there.
yeah, unfortunately.
So now he has to play it a bit safe because the second assassin could try to take him out while he's killing the first. It's looking like it might happen, but he's going to be able to retaliate just in time.
Nice reaction.
Excellent guard, and he should be able to take him out here now.
A little slobby, but not too bad.
All right.
As with a lot of RPGs, fights kind of can give you a million different patterns. You got to be able to adapt to any of them.
All right, so now we're in Super Saiyan form. We got 2 Keyblades. You'll be seeing this more later with Sora. But he's basically going to be finishing up this combo. That was actually 2 finishers there. Linking it into an air combo. It's going to push him into the wall. He has to mash out this triangle to make sure he gets the reaction command. Let him land to kind of set up this linking the ground combo into the air combo. Very nice. So basically what you just saw right there with Rox is having the 2 Keyblades. That was kind of showcasing a mechanic of this game called drive forms that we'll be seeing in just a little bit with Sora.
Foreshadowing.
One mechanic of it is that, normally, again, because finishers are so strong, we like to get to them as quickly as possible. By pressing square while you're in that form, you can go straight into it. Enjoy how quick menus are.
Yep. Now we're Sora, so we immediately steal all of our party members' items because
Cool menu.
we can use them a lot better. We can use our party members' items a lot better. We also set them to party attack, which basically you can change how your allies will attack enemies. You can change their AI behavior, and party attack will make them focus on enemies that you are not attacking with Sora.
Yeah. Coming up here, we have the summit fight. There are 3 different ways you can end this fight. One, you can either just deal enough hits to all the different enemies. You can just wait an amount of time. That's obviously the slowest way always to do it. Or we can die. Because we're on critical mode, we can do that pretty quickly, in 3 hits, actually.
And that's the other reason we took all the potions, and also unequipped Cure from Donald, so he wouldn't stop us from taking a Death Abuse right here.
Nice. Obviously, that does cost you on getting potential experience there. It is worth noting on critical mode, they actually, you only get 75% of the experience that you would get for any of the other difficulties. So that does slow down your leveling a little bit, but we have ways to get around that.
Yeah, it's kind of this dance of where do I take my death abuse and where do I actually go for some experience? Where do I kill something along the way that is not necessarily required in order to get a big chunk of experience?
It's a pretty big part of the routing of critical mode since we actually do get the experience really does matter.
Now our friendly shadows are back.
Hey,
and,
you like these guys.
They're
You
the
played
worst
Gage 1.
enemy in the game. Say it right now.
Yeah.
They're the worst enemy in every game.
Yeah, they like to go underground, go into 2D mode, as we call it, and just waste a bunch of time. It's great. You'll see him picking up ethers here and potions. Potions are just good because they're actually a lot faster in this game than they are in Cage. One, you pop them, you get a lot of health back. Ethers, they actually effectively almost like nerfed the amount of ethers that were all over the place in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you go to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix because they realized how powerful they were. So there's only like 4 or 5 chests in the game we're actually going to be grabbing them from. You also just kind of a general theme is you're noticing Bloody using a lot more air combos. Air combos are just faster because once you land on the ground, it resets the animation. You don't have to like wait for an entire ground combo to go off. But obviously, like it's pretty obnoxious having to do air combos on these tiny, tiny little
Come on,
enemies.
there we go. Thanks, Donald.
Dude, nice job, Donald. Yeah, that was. I'm rooting for. It's not for you. This one's for Donald. It was a physical too.
We're going to have another wave coming up here shortly where we're going to be introduced to soldiers, who are also returning from Kingdom Hearts 1. And soldiers have a reaction command in this game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, reaction commands are pretty good. As Cyclone, it's a big sweeping attack that can hit multiple enemies.
Yeah, so he's going to bait it out.
Going to try and bait it out by hitting this guy 3 times. I didn't actually get it that time, so we're just going to kill him. But we're going to try again when all the soldiers spawn. So right here, going to try and hit him 3 times. There we go. Got the double.
Nice
That's pretty
double.
good.
Too.
So
Donald
as
and
you
Goofy
see,
should take
that
care of the other one.
shot.
There we go.
No, good job, Goofy. All right, yeah.
Our hands are going to be sore.
Oh my gosh.
Way too much fun.
Anytime Donald and Goofy does anything, I'm going to clap for it.
All right, so like I said, experience is a pretty big part of this run, so he kills that enemy right on the way. And
Yeah,
keeps on
I
moving.
combo him up the stairs. It's not like it really wastes any time at all. And it's just free experience and money. It's just kind of a cute little thing that I like to do.
Yep, so now we need to talk to Yensid and...
Just going to jump on his table and talk to him.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
Oh, nice. You didn't talk to her.
Yeah, so our clothes are a little bit too small for us right now, so we need to get some new ones. And we get a new drive form, our first drive form as well.
Which is the full-out form, Valor form of what you saw with that last fight with Roxas against Axel. Probably fit in one quick donation.
No problem. We have a $100 donation
guys
from
hear them?
Death Paffer saying,
Chip
oh,
and Dale.
hey, 1,000 dimes. Hi, BB. Hope your run goes well. And remember to be the Blitzball.
Shout outs to FF10, dude. It's a good game.
So Valor form is both useful, I mean, obviously for dealing damage, but also to just move faster.
You'll notice one of the
Nice.
other weird things here is we've lost Goofy, rather. We've lost Goofy. That's because when you use a drive form, you rely on the strength of one or both of your party members. Or sometimes none, but we'll get into that later.
All right, so starting off with a reversal here to try to line this up, go right into his double finisher again from me on crit.
Okay, I need
He's
to kill
looking
one
for
more
a
guy.
samurai spawn.
There he is.
There it is. Wants to get rid of this guy immediately because if he gets going, he can mess up the fight a lot.
There we go.
Okay,
Good
not
fight.
bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of like the kind of waves of enemies that come in this game. Some of them are based on you just kill an entire wave of enemies and then another wave will spawn. Some of them are set to like specific sets of enemies that need to go away and then they'll spawn in. So Bloody knew right there he had to kill a second Dusk and that's what would have spawned the Samurai.
To note, there's a chest in this area that Bloody could pick up for safety later. And this guy's such a madman. He's just going to completely ignore
He
it.
ain't gonna grab it.
I'm not scared. We're good. All right, this fight's a little bit on the tough side, especially early game. You guys can explain it?
Yeah, this fight has Dusks, it has Creepers, it has Assassins, or it has Samurai, and the worst enemy in this game is Leon. He sucks, dude. You want him to go. So the reason why we're killing these enemies in the back is to make Leon target the enemies up at the gate. We want him to stay up there. This is looking good. Because what's going to happen is after you kill all 5 of these, a bunch of Samurai are going to spawn with Creepers around them. And we want to use the Samurai's reaction command, Dual Stance.
Yeah, dual stance is a very cool reaction command. You'll see you'll guard here,
Oh.
hit triangle, and then have to look for the end command. It could appear on any
All right,
one
so
of
they
those
killed
4
all
things.
of them.
That's
Get
pretty
another
good.
nice dual stance here. Could probably take out a couple dusks as well. No,
Oh,
unfortunately,
they were
kind of
just
dodged
about.
it. So now he's going to
Yeah,
dual stance this
sure.
just because why not at this point? And now it's time to clean up some dusks.
You can see Leon likes to hit things and knock them up the air.
Very
out of your
thankfully, Leon's
combos.
actually towards the gate,
Yeah.
so all these guys are rounded up. I need a good lock on. There we go.
Yeah, trying to obviously line it up to where the blizzards are hitting everything.
Yeah, I want the collateral damage. That's one good thing about Blizzard. There we go.
There we go.
That was good.
We didn't really mention it, but we did get magic there. We got Blizzard. Dax, can you give us a fast explanation of how magic works in this game before we
Yeah, so
get into our
magic-
first song?
Magic is a lot more varied than it used to be in Cage 1. They actually kind of gave, for example, like when we get fire, you'll see a sort of kind of a barrier that acts around sort of. Blizzard is sort of a projectile shotgun thing. What's cool about this game is that they made magic combo in a similar way that physical hits do, and you can interchange them as well. So like one physical hit, magic, another physical hit will lead to a finisher, and it won't actually sort of break it apart. And we get a lot of really interesting setups and combos out of it. It's a lot of utility.
All right, cool. We're going to be getting our first song coming up here, which is I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. And the main reason is because, well, we're going to the Mulan world.
And you donated for it.
And you
so-
donated. Yeah, that too.
All right, are we ready to go? You guys gonna sing with me, right? Yeah, let's do this. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did you send me daughters when I asked for sons? You're the saddest bunch I've ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mister, I'll make a man out of you. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within. Once you find your center, you are sure to win. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you haven't got a clue. Somehow I'll make a man out of you.
I'm never gonna catch my breath.
Sing about it, those who knew me.
Boy, I was a fool in school for cutting gym.
Hope he doesn't see right through me.
Now I really wish that I knew how to swim.
Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river. With all the force of a great typhoon. With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Time is racing toward us until the Huns arrive. Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're unsuited for the rage of war, so pack up, go home, you're through. How could I make a man out of you? Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river. With all the force of a great typhoon. With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Come on, chat, with me. Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river.
man.
With all the force of a great typhoon.
Be a man.
With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Ha!
All right, now come play the video game. You hit it? Okay.
Beautiful.
Team run. We're doing it. All right.
All right, so you saw how slow that menu went. Now we'll get to see how fast Bloody does them. That's weird. I was trying to warn you.
Oh, did you guys get tripped up on that? I apologize.
All right, so we're in Land of Dragons now, as you might have told by the song. And now we're actually going to be doing this little fight before we head into a few missions. And it features a lot of shadows and Nightwalkers, which are not very fun enemies, but that went pretty quickly. We're going to be using Valor a lot throughout this world because it's our main form of movement right now.
It's also, so all of your different drive forms will actually level up as you use them from different things. Valor form in particular levels up from just dealing hits with it. So right here, instead of him just going straight to the finisher, like I said you could do with it, instead you try to time, you can't guard while you're in Valor form, so it makes it a little more dangerous. But as you saw there on the left side, it just went up to level 2, meaning every time he uses it after now, he'll have one more kind of drive gauge to work with, making it last a little bit longer. Swapping in Donald right there, because Donald's Thunder is actually really strong.
Yeah, and once he took out the Nightwalkers, he just completely reverted from the drive form because Fire is really good for AoE, especially with these shadows who are in the ground.
Very tippity tip.
On top of that, he needs to actually build his drive up again. And your drive builds up as you deal damage to enemies, and sometimes magic really builds it up very quickly.
Okay, so we got a couple waves to this fight right here. We first got all these shadows. He's just going to wait to kind of drag them all to the middle, bait them all in, and then use fires. Now, once they're all gone, he'll have 3 Nightwalkers to deal with here. One full 4-hit combo will take out each of them.
So he was a little bit worried that one of them might attack him there, so went with the fire to be safe. Now he's got an Assault Rider. These enemies are very dangerous, but he needs to make sure that or he knows rather when he's going to attack and how to avoid it.
Got 2 Nightwalkers and 1 Assault Rider here. Donald usually is going to mess around with that other Nightwalker. That's fine. He's just going to focus on the Assault Rider right here,
Luckily,
pushing him away from the Nightwalker.
Yeah, the Nightwalker didn't bother him, so that was a pretty good mission. Mission 2 is the hardest of the 3 and very easy to die on.
Now, the most annoying one is definitely this last one, Mission 3. All of them spawn pretty much one at a time. So he's got, first of all, see if we can snipe this idiot.
Nice. Very good. It's
Cuts out a lot of movement time.
A lot harder than it looks. And now he'll be using fire for most of the shadows here because fire does damage the entire time it's spinning around you. So you can use it while they're still under the ground but about to come up to try to catch them before they go right back under again.
There we go, the double
I
snipe.
actually didn't know that shot through the tent, so I promise I run this game.
Another fire here. Now we've got some Nightwalkers to take care of, and then we're going to be going back into Valor form for some movement immediately after this mission, which is why he swapped Goofy back in. Because like I said, you need Goofy for Valor form.
Also, the explosion to go into drive forms when you're going Super Saiyan can kill them as well, can deal damage as well. So just cuts out the time having to watch him go into those forms. It was much more important on the prior versions of this game, like PS2 and PS3. PS4, like we said, cut out all the loads. Now you pretty much have used the drive form, you go it instantly. So, all right, we're climbing up this mountain. There are 3 rock walls we have to bust through here, which we have to use a reaction command in order to get through. Very nice. A little subtle lock-on he did right there. Oh, nice reaction right there. Yep. Little subtle lock-on he'll do right there. There's lots of subtle just where you want to, which enemy you want to lock onto, and what angle you want to go at them from in order to catch other enemies in attacks. Now here he's actually spawning both of these Nightwalkers, but not killing them, because normally an Assault Rider will spawn right here in front of this wall, but if there are 2 Nightcrawlers on screen, or Nightcrawlers, yeah,
there are a couple of worms
X-Men's
on
cool.
screen.
Yeah, there are enemies on screen, it can't load it.
Yeah, and he's moving into the next fight, the cave fight, where his party will change. Goofy, rather, will be removed from his party, so he'll automatically revert from Valor form. And he's going to have to do this fight without Valor. He'll be using quite a bit of magic on the shadows here. As you can see, there are a lot of them. But first, he's going to take out this Assault Rider because he is a big pain.
Yeah, waiting for him to bait out that attack and then jumping over the attack. Now he's going to try to get them in this corner once again, just to keep them hitting all of them with fires. He's trying to not use a 3rd fire, which would actually count as a finisher because it will knock them all away. So he just does a couple of hits there, make sure to spawn in the rest of those shadows after he's killed enough of them, and then pull them back again.
And luckily, shadows all drop health as well, so even though he got hit a couple times, he's still pretty safe. Now he has to pay attention to which Assault Rider uses which attack. And he's going to take out this one while keeping a close eye on the second one, and luckily he didn't get in the way.
Very nice.
So we're having a pretty good fight here. Good, there it is.
Yeah, you're given the leniency of getting in 3. Very nice, yep.
So now Goofy's back in our party, so what do you think we're going to do?
Move
Valor.
fast.
Valor form.
Now to note, there'll be better options for movement later on. This is just all we have access to really right now. They gave you those skateboards in the Roxas section, but those are going to be almost non-existent throughout the rest of the game. All right, so this is probably another good place for donations. What's happening here on the summit fight, or up here, is that he's going to have to just take out as many Heartless as he can to get as much money and experience as he can before, I think it's a minute, runs out.
And to note, not all of these Heartless are actually loaded with hitboxes and stuff, even though you can see all of them. So that's why he can't necessarily just take out all of them at once with some magic or something. But yeah, we can get some donations in.
No problem. We have a $10 donation from We Are Groot that says, Kingdom Hearts is and always will be my favorite franchise. To see this game again brings back wonderful memories. Hopefully, we will see the Kingdom Hearts 3 at a SGDQ 2018?
2022!
2020?
I don't know about all that, but thank you, Groot, for the donation.
We have a $50 donation from Nets Monkey that says, I wanted to donate during one of my favorite games of my childhood. I will donate another $50 if the couch does an impersonation of their favorite characters from the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yuck.
I have to think about it.
You found your first love, and he found you too.
I hate every character.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
I know, that's why I jumped on Goofy, dude.
Handsome, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I like Billy Zane. He does a good job.
Darth Vader. Yep. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, now Ping has actually turned into a new character. She has turned into Mulan. So we just got our first limit of the game. Her red rocket, which we'll see one usage of here in a little bit. But once again, even though we're only going to be in Valor form here for like a few screens, it's still faster to use the explosion and move with it.
One of the nice things about the PS4 version, as we mentioned, they removed basically all the loads, which allows us to do some cool map warps that we couldn't do before.
We'll save warp right there, save some time. Gets us down to the bottom of the mountain, just like that.
Oh, you didn't get the fire bangle there?
We already bought it, didn't we?
Did we?
No, he did not. I don't think he did.
I did.
No,
I just equipped it.
Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Oh, you just equipped it? Oh, that's weird.
I knew
We don't-
Spike didn't, so I
Gosh,
wasn't sure.
we're great commentators. All right. Anyway.
There's a reason why I'm playing the video game here.
There was singing going on.
I love you guys, don't worry.
I had like a minute-long menu there. This will take like 12 seconds.
All right, anyways, here's Red Rocket. This is the limit that Spike was alluding to earlier. Limits allow you to team up with your party members, and generally they have a triangle action and an action at the top of your command menu there. So a lot of triangle uses, gets rid of all the Nightwalkers, and then he just has to clean up a few Assault Riders.
Die?
All right, so that's the first time that 2 of them have survived.
Yeah,
So
That's okay.
that's never happened before.
There's just
for a
randomness
GDQ.
with how the fireballs will drop down. So, all right, Sean, you our final boss of Land of Dragons right here. So there's an HP gate. This is, I guess, the first instance of the game where we're seeing HP gates, where the game just wants the player to get to see all the content of the game and see the second phase. So he's actually going to slow down his combo once he gets to that point. First up, he's going to bait out this reaction command, deflect it, and then use it. Because he has reaction boost on critical mode, that does a big old chunk of damage. So the HP gate's going to be in just like a few hits from now, so he's going to
Right
slow down his
here,
combo
and
here.
then we slow down. Nice,
Very nice.
very good.
All right.
All right, we're gonna get out of that. On a potion, I'm gonna go for a parry actually instead of a guard. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Alright.
And
That's
now
actually hard to tell.
watch the health bar here. You'll see how much that reaction command does. Big chunk.
See you, nerd.
There you go.
Nice. That's the end of Land of Dragons.
All right, so what's our second Disney song? Let's be better about setting this one up.
Oh man, these are so fast
Looks
now.
like it's going to be a whole new world.
All right.
Really?
Oh, let's start moving.
Well-
Whoever's doing it.
All right, I've got this one.
You, yeah.
This one's easy.
You got it.
Circle and X or switch.
All right. We good to go? All right.
Hello.
Hi. Would you like to escape the palace, see the world? Do you trust me?
Yes.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. And tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes and take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
100,000
Hold your breath,
things
it
to
gets
see.
better.
I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I can't go back to where I
A whole
used to
new
be. Every turn a
world
surprise.
with new horizons
Every
to
moment, red
pursue.
letter.
I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world.
A whole new world.
That's where we'll be.
That's where we'll
A
be.
thrilling chase.
A wondrous place
for you and me.
Thank you for your donations.
Man, look at you go. You didn't die.
And what's best is now you don't have to do any menus.
I was like, oh, I hope a whole new world ends before we get to the menus.
All right, so yeah, we never really explained it, but gummy missions are auto-scrollers of the
Right,
game.
there are no ways.
Yeah, they're just kind of how we traverse between worlds. You see, there's all these borders between the worlds.
Right.
And there's usually a lot of like bad stuff going on in the worlds.
we need to break those down.
Yeah, because they need a lot of doctors over there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
So we're really just kind of opening these borders up so we can get the doctors across the borders.
Right.
Yeah.
900,000 by the end of it. Yo, do we have any donations, Edo?
Oh, I have plenty of donations.
Yeah, read them. We're just going to be walking to Hades.
Yeah.
No problem. I have a $25 donation from Anonymous that says, this community is one of the best. Good luck, Bloody. This goes to Spike's choice. I'll donate another 25 if we can get Spike's best impression of Kingdom Hearts is light.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
That was
So
great.
here's some real talk, y'all got to realize. We never watch the cutscenes of these games. So when I was like 12 and I heard that, maybe better. Anyways.
Adam asked me to explain the story once. It didn't go so well.
There's probably like there's like that 3-hour lecture on the Kingdom Hearts like series
I don't
like
know,
story.
I thought Final Fantasy games were complicated.
No. So yeah, more donations. Sure.
Yeah.
No problem. I have a $15 donation from Super Saiyan 5 that says, good luck, buddy. Have loved the series from the start and always enjoyed seeing it crushed. Never hit 1 million on Friday, huh? All right, Spike, I'll give my part. Here's $15 to your choice for the inspiration. 1 million hype. Oh my gosh.
I love that this is probably the only game in which you can say, we're just walking to Hades. Not all that interesting, you know?
We just want to say hi.
It's just a real casual strut.
By the way, we're still walking to Hades, so keep going, Edo.
All right. Prince of the Universe donates $10 that says, I'll donate another 10 if someone on the couch just attempts to explain the entire plot of Kingdom Hearts in no more and no less than 10 words.
Dax, go.
All right.
Kid with key saves the universe.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Nailed
Yeah.
it. Hell yeah. All right. All right, so Hades Escape. This is one of the most punishing potential deaths he can have in the run. He's going to be working with Orin here, who has a limit himself. We're going to try to not use that. Try to kind of conserve it, because when you use a limit, it completely depletes your MP. And MP is a great way to deal damage, stay safe. So the first thing he's doing is he locked onto that shadow on the ground. and then he used a fire on all of those hook bats because their reaction command is also very powerful. That hook bat or bat cry in order to just hit everything around you. So we got 3 different tiers we have to work for here. Going into the second tier, he's going to get into this corner. Hades is being a jerk, and there's nothing you can do to stop him.
He's having to adapt here. Normally, he would have liked to do some Blizzard spam on these enemies, but because of Hades' position, he's having to make this up on the fly. Ooh, taking 1 hit there, but he's got a Lance Tug RC now, so we should be good there. Takes out the second Lance Soldier. Those are really the more difficult enemies on this platform.
He was able to pop off a quick potion there, so we're going into the final tier, but there's actually 2 waves of Heartless here. He's first going to move off to the right side, hit a hook bat, drop to the ground. That will bait out his bat cry, and hopefully be able to just about kill each of these Lancers.
And Hades just keeps coming right up to him, man. He's really not letting it go.
Okay.
Come here, you. Oh, wow.
All right,
amazing.
Orin kind of deflecting. So we got, once again, like, you can kind of see how quickly that health is going down. He's only working with 2.
Second wave of enemies now. He's going to, again, use Bat Cry, but he's going to try to make sure that he hits all of the enemies in this, especially that large body there. And now he's going to play it safe, go straight into Orin's limit.
I don't like Hades' position right there.
Anytime you use a limit, that just like the Mulan limit we used earlier, you're completely invulnerable while the limit is still going on. But as soon as it ends, you could be hit.
Okay, not bad.
We're
good.
I've seen this before.
Very, very difficult thing to do on critical mode. I'm sure if you've tried it at home, you probably died there several hundred times.
I died once walking into that loading zone.
While a fireball
sniped me in the back, cold-blooded. That's a great fight. Lost 2 minutes. It was great. Hey, Edo, you got a donation?
Yes, I do. I actually have a $100 donation from Bizkit047.
Yo!
What up, Biz?
It says bloody. It's the other biscuit.
Yo, my brother.
Everyone is catching on about our secret about being brothers. I blame Ace's Christmas card photo. Anyway, I'm donating $10 per death. Don't make me homeless. Good luck on your run. Donation goes to Runner's Choice.
All right, turn back. There are a few more enemies that can kill you right
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, if you're owing us $10 per death, I got some bad news for you. Because here comes Cerberus.
Oh, no.
Yo, $10 for charity,
no.
everyone. All right.
All right.
Biz, I am counting that. I'm holding you to that one.
So there's this weird mouse creature on screen.
Oh, gosh.
Mickey Mouse
It's actually pretty
is a mechanic in the game where anytime you die on certain boss battles, certain fights, Mickey has a chance to show up. And Mickey just happens to deal a lot more damage than Sora can to Cerberus quickly, and is a lot safer. And on top of that, we know 100% that Mickey will show up in this fight.
There are only, I think it's like 7 or 8 specific fights that Mickey can show up in. The first time you die in one of those fights, in this instance Cerberus, he knows he's going to. So very nice. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was a good job, Mickey. Good job. The first time you die in one of those fights, Mickey will show up 100% of the time. Like the second time, potentially it drops to like 85% or something. I don't know the exact numbers, but ideally that is the only time we're going to see Mickey throughout the entire run.
He might use him as a backup if he dies somewhere, but other than that, he's not guaranteed, so we don't rely on him.
The other thing about Mickey is that, like, really early on in the game, his damage scales, like, dramatically, so that he does a lot more damage than anything else that I could have done right there, so that's why that's, like, super fast. Later on in the game, his Pearl damage is pretty bad. It doesn't scale well, so we're just not going to be, hopefully, not seeing him much later on.
And now we're in a more familiar part of Olympus Coliseum, which is kind of the actual Coliseum itself.
Right.
The entire time before this, we've been in the underworld.
We got to do some urn training.
Yep, we're going to have to kill a bunch of urns here. We need to pick up 20 orbs for this first mission, and then the second one, we have to pick up 100. And other than that, it's really just kind of combo them and try to form them into large groups and wait for the big urn to be spawned in the second one. So, Edo, you could probably throw in about 2 more donations.
No problem. We have a $100 donation from Beckworth that says, hey guys, Beck here. Missing all of you guys. January can't get here fast enough. Good luck, BB. I know you're going to do well.
Yeah, I'll see you at AGDQ, Beck.
All of my money is going towards Hellfire because I can only imagine how good it will sound with Zem's voice.
Yo, Edo, so what's like the standings right now of Disney songs, third place and below? Again, we're doing them in descending order. So.
It's a very, very close match actually right now with Little Mermaid, Part of Your World, and actually, wow, Beauty and the Beast Gaston. They're like just about like $100 like difference.
All right.
Yeah, and then you have Hellfire right after Gaston. That's also like only like $10 difference from those two. So
Wow.
Make it happen.
Between Hellfire and the sixth song, you're saying? Or-
between Hellfire and Gaston, it's like a $10 difference.
Okay. Again, we are doing the top 5 songs, guys. I think, Bloody, you put like 12 songs in there maybe or something?
10. I put 10.
10 songs.
Top 5.
They show up pretty quickly, so get those donations in fast.
Right there, he just picked up and equipped the power, or you rather use the power boost. That's the only power boost we're going to see in the entire game. So, yeah, so it gives you a power boost, believe it or not. Equipped a couple of abilities and also switched the customize of Donald and Goofy there to Sora attack, which, what does Sora attack do again? I forgot.
So Sora Attack's actually like a really unique AI mechanic in this game where it turns them off from doing any attacks. They'll only heal you and give you items.
Yo, Goofy, that was sick.
That was pretty good. His shield is a giant hitbox.
Just running blind, nailed him.
Picked up another ether on his way. He's going to be meeting another one of the organization members, the evil crew of bad guys. He's going to be meeting another one of the members, just like Axel earlier on. This is going to be Demix.
Yeah, and so we're actually not really fighting Demix himself. One of his gimmicks is going to spawn 100 water clones right here. And the basic idea is when you hit them, they go from this kind of more like human-like form into a musical note form. Then you can use a reaction command from them called Wild Dance. The hardest part about it is that Sora's auto lock-on is constantly changing to just like whatever's closest to him or whatever specific angle you might be standing at. So it's really hard to control it considering it jumps in 3 phases like that. You want to stay close to Demix because that's where the other water clones will spawn from.
On top of that, if you ever don't catch a reaction command in time, it will one-shot you.
Yes. So they'll turn into note form, and then you've got a handful of seconds to use them, and then critical mode, they'll one-shot you. They do a lot of damage even on beginner for whatever reason. They really punish you.
Yeah, probably one of the most, oddly that enemy in particular is one of the most damaging enemies in the entire game.
Yeah. We also haven't really been explaining, I don't know if we explained it or not, but we couldn't use Valor Form all throughout Olympus Coliseum when we're in the Underworld version. It's just something you're locked out of. It's a story thing. But now beating Demix there, now we can use it, which is denoted by, if you look at the UI, look at Sora's UI in the bottom right corner, his icon, that drive, the max. Since it's there, that means we can use our drive forms now.
Yeah, and he's into the Pete fight. Now, the reason he's not really going up and attacking Pete right now is Pete has 2 phases. And the first phase is completely timed. It's just, you need to survive.
Yeah, I'm going to make him orb there, and he should spawn them right here. There we go.
So all he's trying to do right now is kill off the waves of enemies as fast as he possibly can. Because if he's very quick, then Pete will actually summon a 3rd wave of enemies.
It's also important to note that Meg, she's got her damage meter in the top left corner. She can also die, and that would end the fight.
Yeah.
So.
Shoutouts to my friend Andre, who actually had Meg die in here because the bats just destroyed her with Bat Cry. His face,
baby,
when that happened, was pretty priceless.
Oh, we got one extra.
We got one extra.
All right, so now we're into the real Pete fight, and this fight is really awful. If you die, you go all the way back to before the timed fight.
All right, nice. So he's going to dodge those ghost enemies. Those ghost enemies are very, very powerful. Going to try to. It looks like he only used one Bat Cry right there. Stay away! Stay away! Stay away! Stay away!
Okay, yeah. You could see those little missiles just following him. We were really hoping it wouldn't hit him.
That little ghost fart was following you the whole time. So Bloody was kind of using a technique where he was never using the finisher, which would have caused a lot of recovery time, a lot of recovery animation, and making sure he was just constantly using those quick air hits, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then dropping down to reset them over and over again, so that Pete wouldn't potentially go into his pinball phase.
And after beating Pete, you actually get access to an ability called Trinity Limit, which is incredibly useful and does this.
It's the perfect tool for this sort of fight.
Yeah, the way it works is it has 3 different types of the attack that you can see in the bottom left corner that you can use for it that all add up to this hit counter. And then once you finish the attack, once you try to hit, triangle, square, X again, you can it will use a finisher, which will do more damage the more hits that you got.
And now we're on his back, and we're going to use the RC.
Which will knock these 3 heads down instead of having to fight them while they're up in the air.
He also equipped ethers into his actual inventory earlier because he's been picking them up, but he hasn't really been using them yet. They're going to be pretty useful in this fight.
There is the potential he might not have to use the ether, so he used Trinity Limit back there once. He's definitely going to have to use it a second time. You see, it's just enough time to where his MP recharged right there. Now he's going to lock onto a specific head and use 2 more phases of Trinity.
Hopefully we can get a quick kill here. A lot of it is kind of luck dependent here on what head pattern I get, so we're just going to have to see what happens.
So if he gets
I'm also in a weird position, so
if he gets the quick kill, this is going to be his last Trinity usage in this fight.
Ooh, that did a ton of
Okay, that's a good head pattern. Okay, so... Oh, that's not good.
Slide dash.
Okay.
So now having to alternate between these heads as they swing around, and while you're still trying to dodge all of these